Good evening, and welcome to Big Z Sports presentation of high school baseball. Tonight in this rivalry matchup, the Dover Tornadoes host the new Philadelphia Quakers. Tonight's game is presented by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Alton Hospital. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Wood Electric, Advancing Athletics, PAC Drilling, the Commercial and Savings Banks, W&M Commercial Roofing, Country Club Retirement Campus, Kent State Tuscarawas, and McInturf Realty. Now let's head to the field with Big Z Sports.
Welcome to Dover City Park. We are here, the matchup between the Dover Tornadoes and the new Philadelphia Quakers, one of the best rivalries in the state of Ohio. Doesn't matter whether it's chess, checkers, baseball, softball, football, anything else. When you put these two teams anywhere together, it is a rivalry game. Should be a good one here today. Things kind of toned down a little bit. It was bright and sunny earlier. A little bit of overcast, about 80 degrees here in Dover. Chris Kail, Nick McWilliams here with you. And Nick, should be a good one here from Dover City Park as we get the Wood Electric pregame show rolling.
Yeah, no offense to anybody who plays chess or checkers, but we're very happy that that's not going to be the matchup in this, of course, on the baseball diamond. Very excited to see what both these teams present. You know, New Philly entering at 6-2, Dover at 7-1. Obviously, both these teams playing some pretty good baseball right now, but I know both are not satisfied at all at this point, and going to be a little bit different lineups for at least the Quakers coming into this, or for Dover, I guess, as well.
Yeah, when you look over at the new Philadelphia Quakers, you know, senior leader Carter Vandal batting .318, 3 RBIs, 2 runs, and a walk, was scheduled to pitch today. He was rounding second base in their last game and felt a little something in the old hammy, and he's unable to go. Carter said he feels good. It's just a little sore, and they're going to keep him out for about another week. So he gets to miss this Dover Philly game in his senior year. But you know what? That's okay. He tore him up on the basketball floor. You can sit this one out, right?
Right. And you know, also especially for one of your aces like that, yeah, and a guy who we know can also run the base paths pretty well. Hamstrings are nothing to mess around with, especially when you talk about baseball being the explosive sport it is, whether it's off the mound or on the base paths. So not something you want to mess around with at all. And I know they'll be anxiously waiting to get Carter back, but no slouch starting on the mound in his place.
Yeah, you know, when you got Sam Rufinaw pitching, he's 1-0. He's pitched a little over 8 innings, 7 runs, 5 walks, 11 strikeouts. Does have the .588 ERA, though, so we'll see if Rufinaw can get things going. Only a sophomore. Carter Vandal 2-0 as a starter, 10 innings pitched, 3 walks, 13 Ks, 0 ERA. No runs given up for Carter Vandal, so that's what they're going to miss. But, you know, a great lineup for the Quakers, a really young and athletic team for the Dover Tornadoes playing at home here on the turf. And, you know, we get to take it all in. My first game of the year. You're well seasoned. I'm not. So anytime you want to step in and roll with it, go with it.
Not with baseball at all, but it is going to be interesting. And you know, obviously Dover is used to playing on this turf infield, but it's always interesting to see the turf infield's grass outfield. So, you know, if you're not used to playing on that, and you get a sharply hit ground ball or maybe even a liner that comes from the turf, then hits the grass, it might do some funny things.
Yeah, it's scooting a little bit. Of course, the Dover Tornadoes, like you had mentioned, Nick, they are 7-1 on the year. Head coach Jeff Fondress, and New Philadelphia 6-2, head coach by Tyler Weisel. Of course, thank you to Claxon Communications, Lydia, Brady, LB here, and Natalie, Holbrook, Greg Perkins, Perk on the cameras today. Of course, our title sponsors here, all brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Alton Hospital. We are live in the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios. It is now time to get to our Commercial and Savings Bank pregame interviews. Will go in the dugout with both head coaches right after this timeout on Big Z Sports.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball. We've got you. With nearly 130 years in your backyard, Altman knows you and knows your community better than anyone. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
Welcome back to the Wood Electric pregame show, now along in the dugout, brought to you by Commercial and Savings Bank. It's head coach for the new Philadelphia Quakers, Tyler Weissel. And Coach, tell me a little bit about your team, entering at 6-2, rivalry game, and you couldn't ask for better weather. It has to be an exciting feeling.
Oh, man, it's awesome. This is the best weather we've had for game one against Dover since I've been here in 6 years. Like you said, we're 6-2. This week kind of hit a rough patch, a couple injuries. We got our backs up against the wall right now, and the record doesn't necessarily show that our backs up against the wall, but roster-wise, where we're at right now, we're hitting a little bit of adversity. So, after Wednesday when we had a couple guys go down, I told them, I said, we got 48 hours to figure out how good we are. We're going to bounce back. We're going to put 9 on the field against Dover, and play tomorrow and play Tuesday again for the OHSAA. I said we got to get something figured out.
Absolutely, Coach. And, starting a lineup that features 4 seniors in your starting lineup, if I'm not mistaken, tell me a little bit about that senior leadership out there and maybe how much that's going to help you guys when you say about dealing with those injuries and changing some things up.
Yeah, so we got 5 seniors total. Our 5th senior is Carter Vandal. He's injured right now, so he's not available for us. But the other 4 guys, man, they've been awesome. I've never had a team that's been so calm, cool, and collective in my life. I'm a high-energy guy. I'm always talking, I'm always moving, always jumping around. These guys are just cool as the other side of the pillow, and, that's going to lead us through this, slight rough patch for us. I have a feeling we're going to come out of it pretty quickly just because these guys are that great.
Now, Coach, we know Carter obviously starts on the mound for you guys, but you've had a couple different starting pitchers this season, so run me a little bit about how everything's been going when it comes to your mound.
Man, it's our pitchers have been fantastic. We've had some newcomers that have been some slight surprises. We got Aiden Baker on the mound. He's one of our top guys. Gavin Blake's one of our top guys. And we got freshman newcomer Owen Courtney. He's thrown a couple big games for us. He got his first start and first win last week against D1 McKinley. And from the pitching side, with losing Carter on the mound too, we're going to have some guys step up. And tonight we got Sam Rufinow going. He's a sophomore. First start for him too. He's kind of been majority out of the pen, but he's proven he can do this. So we're going to give him the ball and we're going to roll with it.
And finally for you, Coach, coming into enemy territory, we don't have to mention how big the new Philadelphia-Dover rivalry is. When it comes to the first matchup of the season between these two teams, how do you get those jitters out for your team? How do you get the Quakers focused?
I don't have to. I mean, like I said, they're so calm and cool, man. It doesn't matter. And, kind of a testament to the guys that were with us last year. We made the long run. I remember getting on the bus after the district finals game, and I kind of thought the bus would be jumping, and it was just like another day at the office for him. It was just like, all right, we did it, let's move on. And and that kind of holds true with right now. And these guys, these are seasoned vets. I mean, we got guys that football guys, basketball. So this rival is nothing new to them. So one thing is that we bring it every game. So whether it's Dover or the Cleveland Indians, we're going to bring it.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, thank you so much for your time and good luck to the Quakers.
Hey, thank you very much.
That was head coach for New Philadelphia, Tyler Weissel, brought to you by the Commercial and Savings Bank. Coming up, more of the Wood Electric pregame show after this.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Welcome to Big Z Sports coverage of high school baseball here from Dover City Park. I'm being joined in the dugout by head coach Jeff Fondras of the Dover Tornadoes. And coach, starting 7-1 on the season, beautiful turf here, second year. Talk to us about the first 8 games.
Well, our kids kind of put it together after the opening day loss, and we rattled off 7 in a row, some good wins against Wadsworth and Canton Central, and for the most part, hey, we're getting good pitching and a few timely hits and playing good defense. So that's what it takes.
Coach, talk to us about, starting a lot of young players. Yes, you have senior leadership on this team, but a lot of sophomores and even a freshman starting for you.
Yep, we graduated 7 seniors that started for us last year, so really inexperienced at the varsity level, especially on the pitching mound, but these kids have stepped up. They're kids that baseball is important to them. They play in the summer, so we haven't missed a beat. They're playing pretty well to this point. We just got to try to keep it going.
Coach, talk to us about the team over in the other dugout. Anytime Dover, New Philadelphia, square off, whether it's in chess, football field, baseball field, it's always a battle. Talk about what you expect from the Quakers this afternoon.
Hey, they're a good team. I think they're 6-2 coming in tonight, so we expect a good game. They've always played us tough. It's Dover, Philly, so you don't get many blowouts here. It's going to come down to the team that probably makes the fewest mistakes and can get a big hit when we need it. So definitely a challenge for us tonight. We're looking forward to it.
So your keys are error-free baseball in the field and timely hitting at the plate, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Our pitcher's got to throw strikes. That's number one. We can't give up free bases, and then we got to make routine plays. That's what high school baseball is about. You give extra outs, you're going to get yourself in trouble. And then, of course, when we get a few guys on base, we got to come up with a big hit.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck this afternoon.
I appreciate it.
That was Dover Tornadoes head coach Jeff Fondress, brought to you by the Commercial Savings and Bank here from Dover City Park. When we return on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications, your starting lineups and the first pitch right after this.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
I'm Dr. Michele Iono. At Advancing Athletics, our Fuel, Move, Recover philosophy can help anyone be their best. Here's what thriving looks like.
I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete.
From high school to aging well, no one will take care of you and your kids better than us.
Do you have a low-slope roof that is leaking and causing problems? WM Commercial Roofing believes that finding an efficient, affordable solution shouldn't be a gamble. With over a decade of experience in the commercial roofing industry, we have the perfect solution for your low-slope roofing, whether it's for service or full replacement. WM Commercial Roofing you can trust. Check us out at wmcommercialroofing.com or call 330-275-0088. That's 330-275-0088.
Country Club Rehabilitation Campus is a full continuum care facility located in Dover, Ohio. Their campus offers independent and assisted living apartments and suites, skilled nursing, 7 days a week rehabilitation, respiratory care, and long-term care. The Country Club campus provides excellent personalized treatment plans that meet or exceed their residents' outcomes and goals. If you are looking for a place to call home or just need short-term assistance, contact Country Club Rehabilitation Campus at Dover, 330-343-5568.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Chris Kail, Nick McWilliams here with you. Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications, all brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital. The Wood Electric pregame show wrapped up. You heard from both head coaches in one of the best rivalries in the state of Ohio, and now it's time to give you the starting lineups brought to you by WN Commercial Roofing. It will start off with the New Philadelphia Quakers. Number 3, sophomore Carson Long will be in left field, and he'll be batting first. He has a .389 average, 7 doubles, 3 walks on the season. Number 8, junior Noah Bolin. He's the catcher. He'll bat second. He averages .333, 3 doubles, 6 RBI, 6 runs, and 3 walks. In the third hole, number 18, junior Gavin Blake. He will play third base. He is a .316 average hitter. 1 home run on the season, 4 RBIs, 10 runs, and 7 walks. He's also 1-0 on the mound. Batting in the cleanup spot, number 9, senior Maddox Brown. He is the first baseman, .292 average, 2 doubles, 6 RBIs on the year. Number 27 in the number 5 hole is senior Aiden Baker, the DH. He will bat for Sam Rufinaw, the pitcher, the sophomore pitcher, who is on the mound. In the 6th spot, number 2, senior Brant Wells. And then rounding out your lineup in the 7th spot is sophomore Max Steele, number 14. He is the left fielder. Caden Stewart is number 7, the senior. He is the center fielder. And rounding out the lineup for the New Philadelphia Quakers is freshman Kane Oddie. The shortstop will bat 9th. On the mound, Ethan Kelliker for the Dover Tornadoes, 7-1 on the year. And Kelliker, 14 innings pitched. He's 2-0, 16 strikeouts, 5 walks, and a 1.5 ERA. You've got James Leggett in left, Caden Shy in center, and Jack Judkins in right field. As stepping in is Carson Long, the left fielder. And we're underway from Dover City Park. Chris Kail and Nick McWilliams. Little outside there, Nick.
It's going to be interesting early on to see how the umpire's going to establish the zone early. Obviously, trying to go off the outside part of the plate. We'll see if that comes back later in the game.
Kelliker fires, and Carson Long slaps one in the gap to left field, and a leadoff single for Carson Long.
For Kelliker that time, he wanted to go, I believe, probably a little bit lower than that, left it too high up on the heart of the plate, and obviously a great job of hitting for Long, just taking it exactly where he had to, didn't want to do too much with that ball.
Noah Bolin will step in now, the junior catcher, number 8, batting right. Kelliker on the mound, and Carson Long standing over at first base, just underway here in the bottom of the first inning. Top of the first inning, sorry. Strike on the outside for Kelliker. Good look. Go ahead.
Almost looked like Kelliker might have taken a little something off that time, so we'll see if he wants to go back to that off speed later on in the count.
Yeah, Bolin, 3 doubles on the season early on, 6 RBI, 6 runs, and does have the 3 walks. The junior catcher is ready in the batter's box. Kelliker on the bump and fires and hits him. Hits him in the back of the head. So hit by pitch, and now the first 2 on for the Quakers.
I was just about to say that Bolin is actually tied for the team lead with RBIs on this team, but so much for that. No chance this time around, but a big chance for Blake.
The junior Gavin Blake will step in, third baseman. He's got the lone home run on the roster for the Quakers this year. Kelliker looking in. Blake got the sign. He's ready to go. Kelliker looks down at second base. Carson Long and fires. A little high. Ball 1. So 1-0 the count here, top of the first inning. Again, the remaining fielders, Ben Ham is at third, Mason Gruel at short, Nathan Leggett at second base, Jonah Marks at first, and Hunter Edwards behind the dish for the Dover Tornadoes. Kelliker checks down that runner at second, fires, and strike evens the count at 1-1. So Kelliker now looking like he's finding a little bit of rhythm.
Definitely finding rhythm, and you do not want to mess around with Blake, who also leads the team in OPS either. So he knows how to get on base.
Yeah, we don't need to do that if we're head coach Jeff Fonders. We want to be very careful with Gavin Blake. Nice pitch there, a little something off of it and high. 1-2 the count. Big pitch here for Kelliker to start the game. No outs, top of the first inning. Runners at first and second for the Quakers. The 1-2 pitch on the outside evens the count at 2s. Kelliker again, 14 innings, 16 strikeouts, 5 walks, only a 1.5 ERA. Kelliker looking. Gavin Blake ready. Kelliker fires the 2-2 pitch on the outside, ball 3, full count.
I think Kelliker's trying to set up Blake here as he kind of went high and tight for that swinging strike. Now he's went away on 2 straight pitches, but they've been way off the mark.
Kelliker ready to fire the payoff pitch to Gavin Blake. Blake will mash it to left field. Still going back and caught almost to the wall was James Liggett. He gets it in, bounces past Gruel at short on the cutoff, and Ben Ham retrieves it. So advances the runner, Carson Long, from second to third, and Blake does his job with the sacrifice fly.
Does do his job with the sacrifice to move that runner up a little bit, but it's always interesting to see how deep he hit that ball into left and was still able to advance the runner from second to third. That doesn't happen very often.
No, he got a hold of that one. So 1 down for the Quakers. Now batting in the number 4 spot, Maddox Brown, the senior number 9. Kelliker, first pitch, right down Broadway for strike number 1.
Brown at 292. Brown at sorry about
that.
No,
you're good. You're good.
Brown at 292. 6 RBIs, tied for that team lead, and runs batted in. Golden opportunity again.
Kelliker starting to settle in just a little bit. Steal attempt as Edwards going to fire down, and easily in is Bolin, who advances to second. So Carson Long at third. Bolin now at second after being hit by a pitch. Long singled. And then Gavin Blake with the sacrifice fly to advance the runners. Bolin with the stolen base. And Kelliker with the 2-0 count to cleanup hitter Maddox Brown. Just on the outside part of the plate, and he gets the strike call, 2-1. Brown's a big boy standing at the plate.
Very tall.
Yes.
Some say bigger strike zone.
Yes. Some say longer the ball flies out of the outfield too. So Kelliker runs the count to 3-1. Definitely don't want to load the bases here with only 1 down. So Ethan Kelliker, the junior, will fire the 3-1 pitch. And hit to right field, back towards the wall and caught. That's going to be a sacrifice fly. Score 1 for the New Philadelphia Quakers. Maddox Brown with the RBI sac fly to get the first run of the game on the board and 2 down.
Just a classic example there. Don't do too much with your at-bat. I know you want to drive both those runs in there, but had an opportunity to just get that early lead, and Brown will take that every single day, and I'm sure so will his coaching staff.
Carson Long scores the run after the opening single on the second pitch of the ball game, and now stepping in Aiden Baker, the lefty DH, against Kelliker with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning, and he takes strike number 1. So Noah Bolin still over at third base after the plunk and steal and sac fly, and now the swing by Baker with a ball in the dirt or on the turf. I don't know, do you call it do you just still say in the dirt?
I still call it in the dirt. Good block there behind the mound too, behind the plate for Edwards.
Yeah, Hunter Edwards, really good catcher behind the dish. They got a few catchers they use here at Dover, and all of them pretty pretty good. So 0-2 the count on Aiden Baker, the DH. Bats .333, 2 walks. Does have 6 2/3 innings pitched from the mound. And Baker will slap it right back to Kelliker. Kelliker will flip it to first base and record the out with Jonah Marks. So 1 run on a sacrifice fly gets New Philadelphia the lead. 1-0 as we move to the bottom of the first. Back after this on Big Z Sports.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Keim, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Keim Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. The New Philadelphia Quakers on the board, top of the first inning. Actually, we've moved to the bottom now. They got on the board 1-0 in the top. That's what I meant.
Too many ones.
Listen, the bottom line is, it's my first game. It's rough. If you're listening, I apologize.
It's not rough at all, man.
Let's move to your starting lineup, brought to you by WM Commercial Roofing. WM Commercial Roofing. I almost said double N for some reason. Anyway, it's
Just flip the
WM Commercial Roofing. For the Dover Tornadoes. Caden Shy will lead things off. The sophomore center fielder bats .348. In the second hole is Nathan Leggett, number 14, the sophomore. He plays second base. Batting third, the junior, number 3, Ethan Kelliker on the bump today. Batting cleanup, the sophomore, number 4, Hunter Edwards, the catcher. Ben Ham is in the 5 hole, number 7. He plays third base. Jonah Marks, the first baseman, the junior. He wears number 13. Batting 7th, Cade McGarry, the DH. He bats for freshman Jack Judkins, the right fielder. Sophomore Mason Gruel bats 8th, and James Leggett is the left fielder. He will bat in the 9 hole. On the mound, Sam Rufinoff for the New Philadelphia Quakers. Noah Bolin at the plate. First base is Maddox Brown. Brant Wells plays second. Shortstop Kane Audie. Gavin Blake third. Max Steele in left field. Caden Stewart in center, and Carson Long in right. First pitch from Rufinoff is high for ball number 1. Caden Shy on the season so far, batting .348, 7 RBI, 6 runs, 5 walks, and 4 steals on the base pass. As he gets a piece of that one.
Always interested in the righty-lefty matchup here. Kind of an advantage usually for New Philadelphia with the left-handed pitcher on the mound. I'm not sure how many right-handed batters you've got in Dover's lineup, but normally that's the vast majority of them.
Yeah, as the lefty fires there, low and away, 2-1. The count on Caden Shy. Rufinoff readies and fires. Shy, a
nice
sharp
glove.
grounder back to third, and the nice throw over by Gavin Blake records the out to Maddox Brown. 1 away here in the bottom of the first for the Tornadoes. Really nice job over there by Blake.
Yeah, there's a reason they call it the hot corner.
Yeah, that was a smoker. It was a good one. And what a play.
It's always good for a pitcher, too, with the confidence level you get when you see a good defensive play made out there on the first batter. It kind of helps you take that deep breath, settle in, and relax, and just go ahead and go out there and deliver.
Sophomore Nathan Leggett steps in now. Second baseman took a ball on the first offering. Rufinoff's second pitch is in the dirt. Ball number 2. So 2-0 to lead things off for Leggett, who bats .250, 4 RBIs, 8 runs, and 11 walks on the year. So definitely has a good eye at the plate in the second hole. Swings and catches a piece of that one upstairs. 2-1 the count.
Catches a piece of that one and the umpire's mask.
Yes. Yeah, he did a little bit of everything. So checking on things and maybe talking something over there was Bolin heading to the mound to talk to Rufinoff. So the lefty ready to go. The 2-1 pitch is hit to the second baseman, and a quick flip over and recording the out. Nice play by Brant Wells. 2 down for the Tornadoes.
Not entirely sure if it was the conversation between catcher or pitcher or not, but you saw 3 straight heaters to start off that bat, and then that fourth pitch, I think he took a little something off of, and Liggett wasn't able to get the meat of the bat on it. So maybe that was something just to set it up. They thought maybe he was going to be able to take advantage of that.
So the pitcher, Kelliker, steps in trying to help his cause, and he's going to take one, and he's not real happy. As umpire comes out and kind of takes a look at Rufinaw, he flips it to him, and I don't think Kelliker was very happy by being beamed by his opponent on the other mound.
No, not at all. But also, that's a terrible place to have to take an HBP, taking it in the foot or the ankle. That's one of those things that stings pretty much throughout the rest of the game. And I'm not sure that would have been on his push foot. So
at least it's not cold.
Well, no,
you know what I mean?
True. Second
and
one.
Hit him again. 2 in a row. So Kelliker gets hit. Hunter Edwards steps in, and on the first pitch, he gets hit.
So for anybody who used to play baseball and maybe they didn't have the elbow guards and shin guards and foot guards and all that, there's your example as to why you wear that elbow guard.
Yeah. So stepping in now, Ben Ham, the third baseman, the senior leader, 286 average, 6 RBI, as he takes the first one from Rufinaw, a little bit low for ball number 1. 1-0 New Philadelphia here, bottom of the first inning from Dover City Park. Sam Rufinaw in just a little bit of a bind, but he does have 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And Ham's going to sky that one. Is it going to get out of play? It does. So foul ball.
Coach Weissel for the Quakers, you're going to learn a lot about your sophomore in these kind of moments. He had the great start with the 2 early outs, but then kind of working himself into a jam. You want to see how he responds.
So 1-1 count. Rufinaw's pitch, and Ham's going to hit it in the gap. Is it going to get down? It does. So Ben Ham delivers the RBI single. Ben Ham on the board. Ties this one up at 1. And scoring all the way from second base was Kelliker after he was hit by a pitch. So Hunter Edwards now at third base with 2 down. Game tied at 1. RBI by Ben Ham to the gap in left center field.
Steele was kind of shaded almost a little bit closer to that third baseline, and I'm wondering if that had something to do with that ball not being able to make its way into his hand. But, it's close to center field. That's just one of those in-between hits that's just so hard to handle on defense.
DH Jonah Marks steps in now. Actually, I take that back. First baseman. Sorry, my bad. First baseman batting .273, 7 RBI, 4 runs, 7 walks on the year as he'll take the second pitch and swing and miss. 1-1 the count to Jonah Marks. So 1-1. Bottom of the first inning. Dover and New Philadelphia here from Dover City Park. Boy, what a beautiful day it still is, but, a lot of clouds now. Is Ben Ham going to take off, and he's going to be in there, and they get the score from third. A little, I don't know if they didn't pay attention there or what, but you're taught to never throw down when that happens unless you're sure you're going to get the out, and they didn't.
Well, the rule of thumb, if you are going to throw down, first of all, you better make sure you're getting that runner that's going to second. But, if you're also the middle infielder who's taking that throw, you have to be looking back the runner at third and make sure they're not going to go, because your eyes should be trained pretty much on there until that ball's about in your glove and you're trying to make that tag.
Absolutely. As Marks fouls that one back again. 2-2 the count.
It's a smart play, though, by the Crimson Tornadoes.
Yeah, it is. And Marks is going to foul that one back behind us once again into the danger zone of the parking lot.
There's a reason I parked far away.
Yeah, we should play Kenny Loggins every time a ball goes over our head. The 2-2 offering from Rufinaw to Jonah Marks, the first baseman. Strike 3, caught him looking. So Marks goes down on strikes. The Tornadoes get 2, and they take the lead. We head to the top of the second inning with the Tornadoes leading the Quakers 2-1. Back on Big Z Sports, brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency right after this.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch. We're your local guys for all your propane needs. You can count on us. We take pride in what we do and in serving you. TMK is the name you trust. All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Top of the second inning, Dover leads New Philadelphia 2-1. And, like we talked a little bit about there in the break, Nick, if your sophomore pitcher doesn't hit 2 batters, you get out of that and you still have a 1-0 lead.
Well, and it's early on, so I mean it might be one of those things where you tell them just go ahead and get that out of your system now. And on top of that, again, credit to the Dover hitters being able to drop that ball. Ben Ham being able to drop that ball basically just where the defense wasn't. I mean, it's some fortunate. That's a fortunate play for the Tornadoes and the 2 hit by pitches. You could also say that, but they also helped manufacture another one of those runs with that play where they had the runner steal second and have the runner come home from third. So just some smart baseball for Dover. New Philadelphia going to have to shake off some mistakes that do have them in an early hole. But considering we're only going to the second inning, a lot of baseball still left.
Brant Wells will step in now. The second baseman wears number 2. Batting .273 on the season, a double, 2 RBIs, and 5 walks. Ethan Kelliker on the mound, and the first pitch of inning number 2 is foul back to the screen. So Kelliker in a little bit of trouble there. Got the single from Long on the second pitch of the game. Then he hit a batter and gave up a couple of sacrifice flies that ended up getting him, down 1-0 in that first half inning. But he settled in for the most part after he plunked Noah Bolin. So the 0-2 pitch grounded to second base. Nathan Liggett will throw over to Jonah Marks and record the out.
It's kind of one of those in-between hops for Liggett, but he handled it well, knowing he had plenty of time to get Wells and didn't panic on that throw. Sometimes you'll see high school baseball players who kind of get stuck in between. They don't know when to take that bounce, and you can tell, though, that they're used to this turf already here at Dover.
Oh, yeah, Max Steele, the lefty, will step to the plate now. Kelliker fires. A little bit outside for a ball. Max Steele is drilled, and he'll head to first base. So
that one didn't feel too good. And actually,
did it hit him?
I think it might have hit the nub of the bat.
Did it really?
Yeah, and Coach Weissel is actually asking.
Yeah, he's
for that
asking, right? Okay.
So the thing is, depending on where that ball actually hits, if it does hit on the nub of the bat, you see Mac right there kind of shaking his hand around.
Maybe a little late.
and it doesn't feel too good, but unfortunately for him, if it's making contact with the bat off the handle too, even if it's hitting your hand at the same time, that's still going to be a foul ball.
So 2-1 the count. Kelliker. Steele will bounce it to the second baseman. Leggett will throw over and just get him.
Oh, boy.
Maybe pulled his foot off the bag there. Was Marks?
I didn't see that.
I don't know about that one.
It'll go down as an infield single. But
Head Coach Jeff Fondra is going to take a walk here and talk about that one.
Look,
Assistant Coach Doug Bircher kind of saying the same thing. Like, I don't think he pulled the foot there.
Look, I am not one to argue about umpiring or refereeing very often, but that's 3/4 of a step.
Nathan took a little extra time getting that one over, but I still thought that he made the throw in time. Well, guess what? We'll have to go back and check it out on our YouTube channel when the game's over and see if Leggett recorded the out or not.
It's weird how things work out because for Steele, Coach Weissel was asking about. He thought it was a hit by pitch. Then he proceeds to ground one, and it looked like he was out at first, but he still gets awarded the bag. So I guess we're still at the same spot we thought we might have been.
Are we even now? We'll just call it even, Steven, and be done with it. Kelliker now will fire to Caden Stewart, the center fielder. Stewart swings at that one, and off and moving and safe is Max Steele. So the Steele, I honestly think he got the feet in there on that one, but
close play.
It was a good throw by Edwards. And a good tag over there by Gruel, but I think that was the right call.
A couple of the Dover faithful not going to agree with you.
No, they're not going to agree with me. That's okay. They don't have to. Caden Stewart, the center fielder, at the plate. 0-1 the count. He offered at that one on the little hit and run opportunity. Kelliker fires, and strike number 2. He brought the cheddar there. That was probably the best pitch he's thrown.
Cheddar in on the hands. Stewart in that situation just could not get his hands in front of that ball.
Yeah, it wasn't happening. And just a little high and outside. And 1-2 the count on Caden Stewart. Stewart, the center fielder, .238 average, does have a double and a pair of RBIs. 4 runs scored and a walk on the season. Kelliker in the dirt. And a nice stop there by Edwards. Again, just going back to, really good catchers here at Dover. They have had a long history of really good catching. They've got a triplet back there that they rotate, and they're all pretty good behind the dish. And the strikeout swinging for Ethan Kelliker, his first.
Something also with your relationship when it comes to your pitchers and your catchers. Whenever you've got a pitcher on the mound like Kelliker and he knows he can bring that off speed or that breaking ball down low and doesn't have to worry about the ball ending up at the backstop, and he knows his catcher's going to get down and keep it in front of him, that's such a luxury to have, and it makes your pitcher that much more confident.
2 down now as Kane Audie steps to the plate, and he'll swing at strike number 1. Audie, the shortstop, and I believe that this is his first at-bat of the year.
We did not have any stats on him, so this I would assume that this might be.
Well, and when Tyler Weisel sends us the stats and he doesn't have any, and everybody else does, I'm going to say that this is his first at-bat for the freshman. So Kane Audie, the shortstop today. Pretty cool getting a start at shortstop against your rival as a freshman. A little high there from Kelliker.
That's a good sign if you're for the new Philly coaching staff. You got a freshman in there down 0-2 and maybe his first at-bat of the year and sees one at his eyes and doesn't offer at it. That's an easy one to want to go after.
1-2 from Kelliker. High again. And a nice job by Audie. Taking a look, but not offering, and now they'll go talk. Edwards going to walk out and take a chat with Kelliker. You were a catcher. Tell me about what goes on there.
If I'm a betting man in that moment, he obviously Edwards is picking up something that he wants to tell his pitcher. If I'm a betting man, Chris, this is either off speed or breaking ball.
Okay. Well, let's see if you're right. Kelliker, the 2-2 pitch to the freshman, Audie, outside.
And that shows I know nothing.
Gave him a little bit of cheddar there, and it wasn't off speed.
Maybe that was a setup. Maybe they're going to go low and inside now.
Full count. Kelliker fires and strikes out the freshman Audie to maintain the 2-1 lead for the Dover Tornadoes. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning when we return. All brought to you by the Altman Hospital here on Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Chris Kail, Nick McWilliams here with you. Again, thank you to Lydia Brady from Claxon Communications, pushing all the right buttons, playing all the commercials, and, of course, doing all the hard work as Natalie Holbrook and Greg Perkins, all the hard work. They're standing around talking. So,
boy, if looks could kill right now.
I know. And Natalie did not like that look, and LB, she wasn't very happy either.
You know, they're running the cameras. They can make – Lydia's running the audio and producing, and they're running the cameras. They could make us look really bad really quick, just so you know.
I don't think that their boss would be happy, and he's here today.
He's just about three fields down from us.
Yes. All right, stepping in to start the bottom of the second inning is Cade McGarry, the DH, batting for Jack Judkins, the right fielder. First pitch a little outside, just a bit outside to Cade McGarry, number 8, the junior.
I could have bet on anything you were going to slip that in at some point.
And a nice shot there to center, trying to run it down and not getting there. Was Caden Stewart and Carson Long. They just couldn't come together to get that one. And a nice base hit to lead things off here in the bottom of the second for Cade McGarry.
This first time through this Dover lineup, I've been impressed thus far with whenever they were putting the bat on the ball. You know, they're not doing too much. They're not trying to kill it. They're just taking it exactly where it is. That's the sign of a well-coached team.
So number 22, Mason Gruhl showing bunt. Don't know why he's not wearing number 99. He bunts and does get the sacrifice and moves the runner. So Mason Gruhl, nice job there with the sacrifice bunt.
Unselfish baseball is often what brings you wins.
Well, I mean, listen, that's what it's all about. So James Leggett will step in now to finish the first run through the order for the Dover Tornadoes. The senior, wears number 15, plays left field. So down at second base after the single is Cade McGarry, one down, and a pinch runner coming in. So Ben Tolhurst comes in. He has 4 runs and 3 walks. Officially, I don't think he has any plate appearances other than those 3 walks.
He has 2 at-bats.
Oh, he does have 2 at-bats.
Oh, no,
okay.
I'm sorry. It would be 5 plate appearances.
Okay, all right. So Tolhurst, the pinch runner, going to come in for McGarry. Leggett at the plate. Takes a little heat inside. A little brush back there by Rufinol.
I don't think that's what Rufinol was trying to do, but
no.
maybe we could do the old school baseball thing where we're just going to establish the zone, quote unquote,
right.
early.
Get off my plate. Rufinol fires right down Broadway for strike number 1. So 1-1 the count. Bottom of the second inning. Tornadoes lead 2-1 here at home. After trailing 1-0 after the top of the first, they got 2 in the bottom. Two and 1 count for Rufinol. And he'll fire. Bounced to short, and a nice throw over, and a good play by the shortstop. They did advance the runner, but Kane Audie getting that first start at shortstop makes the nice throw over to record the out. Now 2 outs, runner at third for the Tornadoes. And back to the top of the order, Caden Shy.
You know, for Tolhurst there, he kind of caught the shortstop in between. I mean, he made the decision that he was going to go before that ball could make its way to the shortstop, and that's a dangerous thing, but, you know, the jump he got just made it work out perfectly, and it's a smart play over there at shortstop as well for Audie.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, you know, look, you can say what you want about
lead
you know
runner
but no, I'm saying these kids, you know, they've been playing baseball for a long time, right?
Yeah.
You know, you going up through Pony League and Little League and everything else. You know, they've been playing baseball for a long time, but anytime you come in as a freshman against your rival and you're on the road and you're playing shortstop in your first game, there's got to be nerves over there. And you know, I'm just proud of the kid that he didn't sail it into the bleachers out there in right field.
No, threw a good strike.
I would have threw it clear to the parking lot. And a shot to the second baseman for Shy. And recording the out was Brant Wells over to Maddox Brown. No runs on 1 hit for the Dover Tornadoes in the bottom of the second inning. We'll move to the top of the third. 2-1, Tornadoes lead. Back on Big Z Sports.
People are always asking, what is Cartoons? I hear that name on the radio all the time. Cartoons is a radio shop in New Philadelphia that specializes in tuning up your stereo system on anything you drive or ride. We tune up car tunes, truck tunes, boat tunes, motorcycle tunes, RV tunes, new and used vehicle tunes. We carry the best brands from Kenwood, Sony, Alpine, Pioneer, just to name a few. Cartoons also carries a full line of lighting accessories, backup camera systems, remote starts, or just need it installed? Give us a call. Cartoons on West High Avenue in New Philly. Be there.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. The Tornadoes lead the Quakers 2-1 as we move to the top of the third inning. Ethan Kelliker with a pair of strikeouts on the mound. And coming up to the plate will be back to the top of the order for the Quakers and Carson Long. Chris Kail, Nick McWilliams here with you. All brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital here on Claxon Communications and Big Z Sports. Thank you for listening. If you're listening to the live stream on WTUZ.com, and if you're watching the YouTube channel, we appreciate you guys tuning in this afternoon. It's a beautiful day. I went to the zoo a little bit today up in Akron, just a quick trip, and I'll tell you what, it's such a beautiful day. What are you laughing about?
No reason. I'll tell you later.
Okay. I was going to say I had a day off, dude. I'm not allowed to take a day off, go to the zoo?
No, not in the least. I just wasn't expecting you to say I had a day off and I went to the zoo. I guess that was what shocked me more than anything else.
I know. I was hanging out with the crazies up there. Some think that I should be caged.
Well, I was going to go kind of that route. But
you could have. Come on. We've known each other long enough. So, again, top of the order, Carson Long. He's 1 for 1, singled and scored in the first inning. And has the 2-0 count right now from Kelliker. High and inside, a little brushback chin music there for Carson Long, the left fielder.
Before this at-bat started, I was going to be interesting to see how Dover and Kelliker approach this, considering Long got that one that was hung and put a nice rope out there, and it kind of almost looks like he does not want to bring it back anywhere near the heart of the plate, except for obviously 3-0.
Right there.
Well, 3-0 is a little different.
They obviously weren't going to just put him on, so the 3-1 pitch from Ethan Kelliker is swung on and missed. A little nip there from Carson Long. So back to a full count. Kelliker's worked his way back full. We'll see if he can get the put out here or if Long will get on, and he'll foul that one back, and that's got Carr written all over it. I think he cleared the Cars.
Yeah.
Good to see football head coach Mike Johnson of the New Philadelphia Quakers here watching some afternoon baseball. Again, fouled down the right field line, still full for Carson Long, the left fielder, the sophomore. A couple of names, of course, familiar with from the football field we are and the the basketball floor. And strike 3, nice pitch by Kelliker, froze him.
First 2 pitches from Kelliker in that at-bat were outside, and I think it got Long's eyes kind of over towards the left-handed batter's box and just absolutely froze him right on the inside corner. That's a perfect pitch.
Noah Bolin, the catcher, was hit by a pitch and stole second base in the first inning. Kelliker's first pitch plunks him, and he's hit twice, and a little stare down when he threw the bat there. You going to hit me twice, dude?
Well, okay. I was going to say, I mean, that's, no harm, no foul from Bolin. That's more frustration than anything else, man. He wants to hit, and, I mean, he's somebody who comes into this lineup. He's quite the hitter for New Philly. It's just, it's upsetting when you get it twice. Like, really? I've only seen 4 pitches, and 2 of them have hit me.
I don't think Kelliker has wanted to put him on.
I guarantee you he's not.
As they get the throw down there. So Gavin Blake at the plate with Bolin standing down at first base after being hit by a pitch, and Bolin's going to take off again. This time they couldn't make the clean exchange, and he's in there. I think that was Leggett that just missed the throw there. Good backup there by Gruhl to almost get him after he slid by the plate there, Nick.
That was basically a pitch out from Kelliker. It was high outside. Edwards delivered it on there, but, sometimes your middle infielders, you want to get that tag around so quick. Got to grab it and got to squeeze it first.
The 1-0 pitch from Kelliker. Oof. Little slow curve action there. And it just stayed a little high. 2-0. To Gavin Blake, the third baseman. He had a sacrifice fly in the first inning. There he found. Oh, no, they did call that outside. I was going to say there he found the strike zone, but no, he didn't.
I would assume it was outside because it was right at the letters.
So the 3-0 pitch from Kelliker finds the heart of the plate there and runs the count to 3-1. 3-1. So the 3-1 from Kelliker is high, and he issues the walk to Gavin Blake. So sacrifice fly and a walk for Gavin Blake. That's going to bring cleanup hitter, the senior Maddox Brown, the first baseman with the sac fly RBI, the deep sac fly in the first inning. With only one down here
As I had mentioned in the first inning, tied for the team lead with 6 RBIs. So Brown is somebody who knows how to get the ball in play and get it in play in the right spots.
Yeah, and head coach Jeff Fondress going to walk out and take a chat with Ethan Kelliker, who does have the 3 strikeouts so far as we move through, 2 1/3 here. But, in a little bit of trouble with 2 on.
He is, but, you also take into consideration if the ball's in the infield, it's a play at any base, obviously minus home. But on top of that, your double play ball is still in order here. So I'd imagine some of what he's talking to Kelliker about is just be careful how high you're elevating that ball in the zone. And, for the infielders, it's just letting them know any kind of situation. Look, if the ball's hit over on this side, if you can get that too, we want that too. But regardless, we really need one of the outs here.
Yeah, you do, because you've got the DH Aiden Baker, who's a lefty. He's batting .333. Brown is batting .292 with 2 doubles and 6 RBIs. You're really kind of in a spot where you've kind of got to go after him here if you're Kelliker. So the first pitch to Maddox Brown is belted to the shortstop. Gruel's going to get it, make the easy throw to third, and get the out. Coaching staff absolutely could have just made the tag and then got the double play. And
I was just about to say that, Chris.
I get that, but he did get the short out at third base to record the second out.
If you have to choose in that situation, you want the tag and then the throw to second. However, in terms of worst case scenarios, that's probably the second best option, really.
Hey, coaching moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he'll learn from that as the pitch to Baker is high for ball number 1. So Kelliker trying to get out of a little bit of a jam here. Gruel got out number 2. And the 1-0 from Kelliker with 2 men on.
Ooh.
Had to have been high.
Not sure.
I don't know. Had to have been maybe just a fuzz high. Maybe it caught the upper portion of the 2 instead of the middle portion there. I don't know. But it's 2-0 nonetheless. Baker going to foul that one back. So 2-1 the count. Kelliker on the mound. Standing down at second base would be Gavin Blake. And then Maddox Brown at first. Aiden Baker takes a ball outside. 3-1 now.
Baker's last at bat was that ground out to the pitcher. Just had a weak dribbler back to Kelliker, and he would love to have that again.
Right, and that's how I think the first inning ended, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oof, ran it high and got the walk. So ground out and a walk for Aiden Baker, who's DHing for pitcher Sam Rufinoff in the 5-hole. And now the bases are juiced. All the ducks on the pond for the Quakers. With 2 down here in the top of the 3rd inning. From Dover City Park, Chris Kail, Nick McWilliams here with you. Brant Wells, the senior, second baseman at the plate. Ethan Kelliker fires pitch number 1, and it's high. 2-1 Tornadoes in front. Pretty good baseball game here this afternoon. About 80 degrees, a little cloud cover, some light wind.
And right on cue, the sun starts coming back.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a beautiful day. It's one of those days where you just sit outside and be outside all day because it's so nice. As Kelliker fires that one in for a strike to even the count at 1.
Wells, his last time up, ground out to the right side to the second baseman. And again, another situation for Kelliker. You're going to want to try to induce that ground ball with anything you can, mostly staying low in the zone.
Nice off-speed pitch, but it gets in the dirt there. Is that a curve? Slider, maybe?
I don't know. I don't know what he has in his repertoire. As slow as that was coming in, I'd assume it was a curve.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say slow. He's still bringing it.
Yeah, it definitely started on the right-hand side and finished on the outside part of the batter's box. And he got the strikeout, strike 2. Almost rung him up right there. So 2-2 the count. On Wells.
Wells was trying to pull that one real hard down the left side, and fortunately when it went outside for that hit for him, that's almost impossible.
Kelliker, the 2-2 pitch, inside. Almost hit him. Brant Wells not happy again.
Have to wait and see with that inside. I would almost imagine that low and away wouldn't be a bad option again.
So full count. Runners will be going. Bases loaded here. And the payoff pitch is high, and he's going to walk in a run. Scoring is Gavin Blake on the walk to Brant Wells. Wells gets, at least he gets the RBI, right? So Max,
in theory, yes.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It goes in the books.
It does.
At the end of the year, they say, hey, you had 4 RBI. They don't say, no, you had 2 because 2 of them were on walks. No. I'm messing with you.
I know.
Sophomore Max Steele.
I'm just looking at keeping books, man. I'm ignoring what you're saying.
No, I know. You usually ignore me anyway. The 1-0 pitch to Steele, who struck out back in the second inning. Or was it the...
He had a single in the second.
Oh, sorry. He did. I looked at it wrong. I looked at Stewart. Sorry. Yep, an infield single, and he stole a base.
That was
the second inning.
Odd sequence. We'll call it an odd sequence.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. You're correct.
Hit by pitch that wasn't a hit by pitch.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He was on his back, and then he was at second base. We don't know how that happened. 2-1 pitch from Kelliker is a strike. So trying to get out of some trouble here. Bases still loaded. 2-2 count, 2-2 ball game. 2s are wild. 3 on the mound. Kelliker fires, and Steele fouls it off.
Always love watching games here at Dover City Park, strictly for the fact of when a ball's coming back towards the main thoroughfare back here, everybody turns to look, is that going to be my car this time?
Yes. That's what I don't like about games here at Dover City Park. That and trying to get in and out. Slow roller over to the first baseman. Jonah Marks as he steps on first and retires the side. 1 run, though, to tie it up for the Quakers. They get it on a walk, on a 2-out walk, as we are tied at 2. Back on Big Z Sports, brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency right after this.
This is Tuscarawas County Detective Lieutenant Adam Fisher. Underage drinking is illegal. As a parent, you cannot allow your child's underage friends to possess or consume alcohol on your property, not under any circumstance. As a law enforcement officer, I can confiscate any alcohol, money, or property used in committing this offense. Plus, you place yourself at legal risk for being sued.
This message brought to you by the Tuscarawas County Sheriff's Office, Empower Tusk, and the Adams Board of Tuscarawas and Carroll County.
Welcome back to Big Z Sports coverage of high school baseball. Regular season, kind of in the middle of things. The 7-1 Dover Tornadoes, the 6-2 New Philadelphia Quakers, with, about another 3 or 4 weeks to play and be getting into, actually it's less than that, about 3 weeks to play in the regular season before we move into baseball tournaments, and before you know it, it'll be June.
It doesn't ever really equate for me. I feel like football season and basketball season, while they go quick, I feel like nothing compares to baseball and softball. It just seems like you blink and it's over.
Right.
And it's always, I hold a special place in my heart for baseball and softball, but it really makes for some entertaining games.
Yes, it does. Nathan Leggett will step in. He'll lead off inning number 3 for the Tornadoes here in the bottom of the 3rd. And high and outside. He'll take ball number 1. Grounded out to second base in inning number 1. Did Nathan Leggett in his first at bat for the sophomore. Ball gets away from catcher Bolin and goes back to the screen. 2-0, the count on Leggett.
Rufnau's missed pretty far outside in the first 2, and that was a somewhat long inning from the last one that he was sitting, so we'll see if he can finally reel it back in, but not on that one.
Yeah, a little big curve there it looked like maybe. And he missed it away, 3-0.
I say somewhat long. There were 7 batters at the plate, so yeah, definitely long.
Yeah, it was long. And a 4-pitch walk to Nathan Leggett. So Leggett down to first base to lead things off for the Tornadoes. And now Ethan Kelliker will come to the plate, and he was plunked and scored in his first plate appearance. We'll see what Rufnaw does here if he wants to maybe round up a second hit by pitch for somebody, just like Kelliker did earlier. Right? I mean, hey.
I highly doubt it, but hey, you never know. And also there is some action in the New Philadelphia bullpen over there.
Yeah, there is.
Looks like.
Down the far left field line.
Oh, and Courtney warming up now.
And Kelliker going to fire it right to the shortstop, and hustling back was Leggett, and he just got back Nice play by Kane Audie there. Hard shot by Kelliker.
It's a tough in-betweener for Liggett there, because if that ball's hitting the turf, you're obviously having to get your way to second as quickly as possible. But
right.
Audie kind of plucked it right off of the turf here and
made a good throw over. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he almost doubled off Leggett over there at first. So 1 down, bottom of the third, tied at 2. Cleanup hitter, catcher Hunter Edwards to the plate, the sophomore. And he was plunked, stole, and scored all in the first inning.
Eventful.
Yeah, an eventful plate appearance for Edwards. And Edwards going to ground into the fielder's choice there. They go for the lead runner and Leggett. And that's going to leave Edwards with the fielder's choice down at first base. So Ben Ham, the senior, was 1 for 1 with an RBI and a steal. A nice gap shot there to left center field as he'll take ball number 1 high. 2 down for Dover with Edwards at first base. Pitch outside. 2-0 the count on Ben Ham. Sure, they're not going to mess with Ham. 286 hitter, 6 RBI, 7 RBIs on the season. Going to be very careful as they bounce one in there. Does Rufinaw.
A lot of Rufinaw's misses have been high and outside. He hasn't missed low on a whole bunch of these pitches thus far, but if you're the Quakers coaching staff, you'd probably prefer if he's going to miss low.
And he finds the plate there. 3-1 the count. 2-2 ball game. 2 down. Runner at first for the Tornadoes. Rufinaw's pitch is in the dirt, and Ben Ham's going to take the walk. So Ham's singled, stole, walked. He's got the RBI, yeah.
That's not necessarily a terrible thing there to pitch around Ham, considering the season that he's had thus far. You had you have the bases open for him. You've got the 2 outs already, and you've got somebody coming up to the plate that last time up he struck out. So
he did, but if you look at he's got 7 RBI in the air, batting .273 with 4 runs scored, and he also takes 7 walks. So when you get Jonah Marks that's hitting behind Ben Ham, pick your poison. They decided this time to go with Marks because Rufinaw struck him out in the first inning.
A wait and see.
Yes, and that's all you can do, right? So Rufinaw looking for his sign from Noah Bolin, the catcher. Rufinaw's ready, the lefty. Fires. And low for ball number 1.
Couldn't tell if it was low or outside, but boy, it didn't look like it missed much.
No, it didn't. It was about shin there, I think. In dirt, bounced that one in, 2-0.
I can't make an argument for that one.
No, you cannot. So Edwards down at second base, Ham at first. Marks at the dish with the 2-0 count. Sam Rufinaw delivers high. 3-0. So Rufinaw with a strike out earlier in the ball game of Jonah Marks. Trying to get one here, but he's got to battle back. 3-0. He does find the plate there.
It is worth knowing Owen Courtney did step back into the dugout. Appears that he's warm, so we'll see what the Quakers decide to do.
Rufinaw delivers. Ball's hit lazily to the second baseman, and he flips over for the out, does Brant Wells to Kane Audie, and that retires the side. They get out of trouble. We're still tied at 2 as we move to the top of the 4th inning from Dover City Park.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Chris Kail, Nick McWilliams here with you as the New Philadelphia Quakers and Dover Tornadoes knotted at 2 as we move to the top of the 4th inning. The 8-9-1 batters coming to the plate for the New Philadelphia Quakers. Caden Stewart struck out in his first at bat, will be the leadoff batter here in inning number 4. Kane Oddie and Carson Long back to the top of the order for the Quakers against Ethan Kelliker, who has 3 Ks so far through 3 innings.
I was going to say, for Kelliker's sake, you have to be feeling pretty confident because so far your 3 Ks have come at 8, 9, and 1, and that's exactly who you're facing.
Well, good point. Touche. That's why you're a good color guy, because you looked down and saw that. Just like Bob Uecker used to tell his guy, you know, that's why you're the best color guy in the business. What was his name? You remember?
I can't even remember. I don't know if anybody remembers.
Kelliker's going to get the little foul ball there from Caden Stewart. I forget, was Marty something, wasn't it? I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
So the 0-1 from Kelliker is fouled back. Fouled all the way back to the concession stand. Almost went in the concession stand, I think. Baseball wanted some popcorn. So the 0-2 to Stewart. Kelliker looking for his 4th strikeout of the ball game, and he gets it. So Kelliker rings up Caden Stewart for the 2nd time. Kane Oddie, the shortstop freshman, 0 for 1. He struck out in a good at bat as he was in the hole and battled himself all the way back and almost drew the walk on a full count the last time. The 1-0 from Kelliker to Oddie. Oddie fouls it back to the softball field. By the way, we'll have to see if we can get an update on the Dover and New Philadelphia softball battle, just, about 100 yards away or so.
It's just a foul ball away, really.
It is. As Audie's going to rope that one down the left field line for his first varsity hit. And maybe they want to throw that ball over into the dugout and save it for that young man.
Might have heard the New Philadelphia dugout there go little nuts, so to speak. And,
yeah, I mean, that's always cool. Yeah, you get your first hit as a freshman against your rival on the road. Yeah, pretty cool deal, and he's playing some pretty good defense out there as well. Kelliker's going to fire over to first and hold Audie tight. 2-2, 1 down. Kane Audie at first. Carson Long, 1 for 2 at the plate. Will take the first pitch for a ball. Carson Long singled and scored and also struck out in his 2 plate appearances so far. The 1-0 from Kelliker. Audie took off, but the ball's going to be fouled down the left field line. And
keep your head on a swivel down there.
That guy almost caught it with his feet. Audie was off and running. Little hit and run opportunity there to try and maybe catch Dover looking there, but I think they were ready for it because they threw over the first 2 times.
You referenced Bob Euchre in the out of Major League with the
the color guy.
I couldn't actually find a name for him. I don't know if they ever said his name.
They did.
I can't remember it.
I got it at home on DVR. I'm going to watch it.
Does Skip sound right? I don't know.
I almost. Dang. If somebody's watching this on YouTube right now, text
thrown away.
Me. It was thrown away. Kelliker throws it away to first, and now Audie's going to go all the way to third. So Audie will slide into third on a 2-base throwing error from Kelliker.
That's a difficult one here if you're the Crimson Tornadoes, solely for the fact of obviously you have the poor throw from pitcher to first baseman, but also these margins out the sides of the base paths here are pretty wide. So if that ball is going to go wide, you got to hope it bounces in the right direction, or if you have a right fielder who maybe can break in quick enough, but just a difficult situation.
Yeah, a lot of room. 2-1, the count from Kelliker. It's a long. Ball is outside. Nice stop there by Edwards. Edwards been really solid behind the plate here this afternoon. 3-1. Kelliker. To Carson Long. Fouled back to the screen. So Kane Audie still down at third on the 2-base error, throwing error from pitcher Ethan Kelliker.
It's been a clean game thus far because that's the first error I have from either side.
Yep, agreed. 1 out, 3-2 pitch. And it's blasted right back to Kelliker. Is he going to be able to make it in time? No, the scoop wasn't good by Marks. Marks going to let it go. So a fielding error there on Jonah Marks at first base.
It's a tough situation for Kelliker. You know, you have the pickoff throw that doesn't work. You feel a little rush there after taking that hard liner you just had to knock down. That's just one of those situations there where things go from bad to worse, but we'll see. As now Coach Jeff Fondress going out, how they recover from this. I haven't seen any action out of the Dover bullpen, so don't think there's going to be a change.
Yeah, I don't see anything down there either.
Actually, I take that back. We are having some changes.
Yeah, we are. So it looks like coming in, Colin Bruno, number 12, will come in. And Bruno, the most used pitcher for the Dover Tornadoes, the sophomore, 12.2 innings pitched. He's 2-0 on the year, 8 Ks, 2 walks, and a .55 ERA. So Bruno will take the mound for the Tornadoes in relief of Ethan Kelliker.
Kelliker's going to now, I think, head out to shortstop. Moving into right field is going to be Gruel.
So Gruel to right, you said?
I think that's where I saw 22. Sure enough, yeah, right there he is walking. And so stepping in to the dugout would be Judkins.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Kelliker went to shortstop, correct, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
so
we have to.
That's always the fun part of. We're talking ourselves through this as
we're talking ourselves through this so that you guys know that we know that we're doing our stats on our paper. So Colin Bruno, again, the most used pitcher for the Tornadoes so far this year, and he's pitched very well. They're going to bring him in, trailing 3-2 here in the top of the 4th inning.
Well, on the bright side for this. For this situation for Dover with Cade McGarry at your designated hitter. I was going to say Bruno does not have any at-bats, so obviously McGarry going to be batting for, I would assume, at least, for the pitcher coming in.
Yeah, I mean, you would assume, right? Head coach Tyler Weisel of the New Philadelphia Quakers over there talking with Noah Bolin, who will step to the plate as they keep an eye on Bruno here, who will come in. Kelliker does get the 4 strikeouts on the afternoon.
Going to keep a close eye if we ultimately are right about Bruno would just take over, or would be McGarry would bat for Bruno.
Yeah, we'll figure all that out when we get to the other part of the lineup. When we flip sides. So Noah Bolin, the catcher, he's been plunked twice.
And stolen
he's stolen twice.
Yeah.
So I don't think they want to do that again.
No. He's reached third both times as well.
Right.
Hasn't made it. Well, I take that back. Last inning he was thrown out at third.
So we'll close the book on Kelliker. He goes 3 1/3. Gives up, I believe, only the one earned run, right? Actually, everything's on errors. We'll have to look. Yeah, I think everything's on errors. But he does get the 4 strikeouts, and Bruno comes in relief.
Well, now here's the interesting thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you figure all that out. You got the book.
Well, it is on errors, but they are errors from the pitcher, which is
so does it count against him? I don't think it does.
Sure.
Right? I mean, I don't know. We're not statisticians. We're broadcasters.
Look, I played baseball for a long time. I didn't worry about the stats that much.
Right, I know.
Hit ball, get on base, catch ball, throw ball. That was,
right,
that
get
was
out.
pretty much it. Yeah.
Run fast. Don't get hit. So the 1-1 from Bruno to Noah Bolin. Good thing for Noah is he hasn't been hit yet, as he skies that one behind us. Ooh. And it did get the van.
This broadcast brought to you by Major Insurance Company.
Yeah, any insurance company. If you'd like to get on board, we can call these foul balls for you. So Bruno looks in at his catcher, Hunter Edwards. And the 1-2 pitch to Noah Bolin. Off speed, running on the way, was Long, and he's going to be in there for the stolen base. Nice job by Long. So what is that? 4 steals on the day now? So you had
have
Long,
it marked down as 4, yes.
Long that had a steal. Bolin's got 2 steals.
Other one went to Max
Steele. Stole.
Max Steele. It's credit for New Philadelphia base runners, as they've just been getting good jumps. Edwards been off the mark a little bit, but hasn't been terrible.
Trying to get there is the left fielder, and he does make the put out, is James Leggett. Nice long run. We just talked about the room, right? And, he ran that one down. Did you see Ben Ham was running down the line, too, and he said, nah, I'm not getting to that. There's no way.
It's that over-your-head play for third base. That is tough, and he realized very quickly how fast that fence was coming up, too.
He's like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
So, buddy, you got a lot better angle than I do on that one.
So Bolin gets the foul out. At least he's in the books for, he has a
not an HBP,
a plate appearance.
Yeah.
So Gavin Blake steps in, the junior. He has a sacrifice fly. He walked and scored a run. And just off the plate or just low from Bruno.
I'm going to say it was a tad low. It was an off speed that bottom might have dropped out just a bit too much on.
3-2 Quakers. Top of the 4th inning, 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch from Colin Bruno is a strike. So again, Blake, sacrifice fly in the 1st inning. He walked and scored a run, I believe in the 3rd. Is the junior.
You would be right in the 3rd, yes.
Batting .316 on the year with the lone home run for the Quakers. 4 RBI, and now that was his 11th run scored. He also has 10 innings pitched on the year. So Blake, a busy junior for the Quakers. So Carson Long at second base, 2 down. The 2-1 pitch from Bruno. Off speed is drilled to the shortstop, and it gets through. Rounding third is Long, and he's going to slide in head first and score. Just snuck under the glove of Ethan Kelliker at short. And the RBI single for Gavin Blake.
That's a seeing eye single for Blake. Just happened to be in just the perfect position for Kelliker, laying out there for it. I mean, it's even if he gets that in his glove, that's going to be a very difficult play to get it across the diamond.
So second run scored for Carson Long on the afternoon. 4-2, Quakers in front. 2 down, top of the fourth inning. Bruno looks over and now fires to first, and getting back is Blake. At the plate, Maddox Brown, the senior, first baseman, sacrifice fly, and an RBI, and then hit into a fielder's choice back in inning number 3. I believe that fielder's choice, no, it didn't wrap, yeah, it did wrap up the, no, it didn't. Baker wrapped up the inning with the ground out. So the 0-1 pitch from Bruno. Almost off and running. Thought he was going to go there was Blake from first base, but just a little gentleman's jump over there.
Well, you kind of got your opponent rattled. You now got the 4-2 lead. You've seen some overthrows, some underthrows. I mean, maybe you're going and with the idea of you're going to go ahead and take that risk and see if they're going to put one into the past the base paths again.
And it does go, but Brown's going to foul it off. So you were right? Test the waters. Why not? You got the 4-2 lead. If you're Tyler Weisel, you're going to stay aggressive here on the road.
Coach Weisel actually calling something out from the third base coach's box.
So Colin Bruno will fire in the dirt. Nice stop by Edwards again, doing a nice job behind the plate. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Top of the fourth inning, 4-2. Red and black. Colin Bruno in relief of Ethan Kelliker. He'll fire. Ball is...
Oh, boy, hit and run perfectly.
Just a beautiful hit and run play right there. So a perfect job by the coaching staff as Brown will bang that one right past the second baseman.
No, that's end of inning. They're going to say the ball hit the runner.
Did it really?
They're saying it hit Gavin Blake, so that would be the end of the inning.
Oh, my goodness. Tyler Weisel
can't believe it. He's standing on third.
Yeah, and Weisel's not happy either. We're just going to keep it right here for this one and see what happens. The Tornadoes think the inning's over.
They're going to say the base umpire says it brushed his backside, so that'll do it.
All right, that's going to be the end of the inning on the beautiful hit and run that hit the hit the runner that ends the inning in the threat for the Quakers. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this timeout.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball, we've got you. With nearly 130 years in your backyard, Altman knows you and knows your community better than anyone. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Just trying to sort through a little confusion, right?
That's not. I mean, that's not a call you see very often. And I mean,
Gavin Blake is standing at first base. They put the hit and run on because they've had, they've been the aggressors on the base path. So they put the hit and run on, and Blake gets a great jump. Maddox Brown blasts it right past the second baseman who was going over to second base to cover the steal. And the ball must have nipped Blake on the backside, and they called the out.
It's also a very interesting call as we get the first pitch to McGarry, not quite catching the zone. It's also a very interesting situation, too, because that umpire is over there because the base runner, where the base runner is located, so that's not a great angle to make that call either.
No, it's not. As Rufinaw will fire and fire high to McGarry, just like you said, Cade McGarry staying as the DH. So the 2-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning to McGarry is outside, 3-0. So Rufinaw needs to, just settle down here. You got a 4-2 lead. You don't want to start this inning off with a runner over on first base,
especially not a 4-pitch walk. And I really jinxed him on that one.
So McGarry was 1 for 1 with the single, and now on a 4-pitch walk, stands at first base. And Mason Gruhl will step in, the sophomore, who moved to the outfield, moved to right field from shortstop whenever they had all the things going on. They had to sacrifice bunt, and now they're going to talk about it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I would just make an assumption. Is Cade McGarry a relation to another McGarry that we would know?
Yeah, that's Connor's brother. Yeah,
I just assumed.
Yep.
So I'm sure a lot of this mound meeting that's going on here. Nope, but take that back. It is going to be a substitution. We are going to get a call to the bullpen.
So Rufenau gonna be done. So
it would be Owen Courtney, I would imagine, stepping in then. It is.
So after the walk, so who's stepping?
Owen Courtney.
So Owen Courtney now. And the freshman, he's got 5.1 or 5 1/3 innings pitched. He's 1-0 on the year, 3 runs, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts, a 1.3 ERA.
Now here's an interesting thing. Also, if you're new Philadelphia, for some, I won't call it gamesmanship, but just for how you're going to play this game, Rufenau, he was getting Aiden Baker was hitting for him in designated hitters. Now, but we have seen this season Courtney has more than a few plate appearances, so we'll see if there's any switch on that in the lineup.
Yeah, I don't see anything else. Rufenau went to the dugout, did he not?
Yes.
Okay.
So they might just be keeping it
as is.
Baker as the designated hitter, but
could be.
We'll wait and see next time around the lineup, because guess who's leading off the inning next for the Quakers?
I'm going to guess Owen Courtney. Or
Baker.
Baker or Courtney or whoever's. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the DH is in there. So probably a good time to do it if you're going to do it. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just like they planned. Just like they drew it up. So again, taking a look at Owen Courtney, he is batting .300 on the year with a double and 3 RBIs. He is a freshman. 5 1/3 innings pitched, 1-0 on the season, 3 runs given up, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts, and a 1.3 ERA. Go ahead.
Just something of note. I was looking in the Dover dugout here, and with the veteran presence, a couple seniors in there. Ben Ham's here on the end, and he was talking to Mason Gruhl, watching Courtney warm up, and he kind of motioned down almost to let him know, you're going to have to want something lower in the zone, because Courtney warming up was bringing him high.
So he fires the first one in there for a strike.
So what does he do? Bring it right down the pipe after I say that.
Hey, no, it was good. It was good of you to pick up that. I mean, that's good stuff. So Gruhl, again, the sacrifice bunt, sitting really with just the sacrifice, as he's going to take strike number 2.
It is interesting, too, for Dover's lineup. We're now going from lefty to righty. So the first 3 innings you saw with the lefty, now a completely different delivery.
And the 0-2 struck him out. Mason Gruhl slams the bat down as he strikes out, with McGarry standing on first. So James Leggett steps in, the left fielder. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to the shortstop. The senior will take strike number 1 and almost picked off McGarry down at first.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but they had a pinch runner come in for McGarry?
The last time. Time up. Yeah, it was Tolhurst.
Yeah, not the case this time around.
No. Offered the bunt, throws down to McGarry again and almost got him. Boy, too
He's
close.
living dangerously.
Yes, he is. 2 close plays. McGarry built like his brother.
That's the other reason.
Steamroller running back.
I saw McGarry, and he looks a little bit like Connor. So.
You think? So Leggett, the 2-0, strike 1. Actually, I think I thought he called a strike. He didn't put it up on the board yet, but anyway, 2-1, 1 out. and low. So 3-1 from Owen Courtney as he faces James Leggett.
Leggett's first at bat, ground out to short.
And the strike there to run the count full. So McGarry down at first after a couple throwovers and a little gamesmanship. Full count now on James Leggett. Courtney will step off the mound, adjust the hat. Out of the box is Leggett.
That might have been a case for Bolin for the Quakers, also realizing that McGarry's not really the running threat and just decided let's not throw the ball around and give him free bases.
So the payoff pitch, low and outside, and Leggett going to take the walk. So first walk issued by Owen Courtney, and we go back to the top of the order, and Caden Shy is 0 for 2. He grounded to third and grounded to second, so 2 ground outs for the sophomore, and 7 RBI. He's got a potential out there, and McGarry at second base and Leggett at first with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th, and he'll take ball number 1.
It's not a bad place to miss, though, for Courtney to Shy. You're going low. You're keeping the ball low with somebody who's had 2 ground outs this game. You have to bring it up about 2 inches, and that's going to be a strike.
So Courtney, the 1-0 pitch to Caden Shy, and Shy is going to foul it back behind the screen.
Off the concession stand.
Yeah. It's trying to tell me I'm hungry.
I keep looking back here, and I unfortunately don't have enough time between innings.
Good concession stands here at Dover City Park, I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
So Courtney, a little off speed and kind of fooled Caden Shy there. Pulled the string.
That's not the first time Courtney's thrown that off speed, but I think that's the first time he's really caught the zone with it because Shy offered it. It was going to be a strike regardless, but timing was way screwed up on that one.
So the 1-2 from Courtney, another off-speed pitch. Shy got a piece of it, and he lifted it to the first baseman, and an easy put-out for Maddox Brown. So 2 down as Courtney comes in relief. He does give up the walk. Is Nathan Leggett going to step to the plate now? Second baseman 0 for 1 with a ground out in the second inning, and he also walked.
Ground out to the second baseman in the first inning for Leggett. Definitely going to want to try to elevate something here, but these off-speed pitches again from Courtney, that's going to make things a little bit difficult unless he hangs it.
So Leggett on the season again, 250 average, 4 RBIs. Does have the 12 walks now on the season. Bottom of the 4th, 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch from Owen Courtney in relief of Sam Rufinaw. Just off the plate there. That had to have been a little bit outside.
Just a hair outside.
A fuzz. Speaking of the fuzz, I saw him around here earlier. So the 1-1 pitch from Courtney is in for a strike.
I don't know if this is uniform, but what I was always taught learning how to be a catcher, you can tell a lot about how far outside the pitch is or inside or up and down by the way the catcher's glove moves. So for the most part, both these catchers do a great job so far in this game when it comes to how they're framing the pitches, but it has been interesting. They both got a little bit different approaches to it.
Right. So Courtney steps off. Now he has what he wants. The 1-2 pitch with 2 down to Nathan Leggett. Little off speed, and he rung him up. So Leggett 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a walk and a ground out. Ends inning number 4 with a pair of runners on base for the Tornadoes. Quakers lead 4-2 as we move to the 5th here on Big Z Sports, brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Claxon Communications.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Little Van Halen here from Dover City Park. And I just got a text message from my boy Steve Connor, who is watching the game. And he said his name was Dynamite Monty.
Monty.
It was Monty.
Monty, okay. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, it was Monty.
I've only watched that movie a couple dozen times. You think I'd remember it?
A couple dozen? I may be above that, but I'm going to have to go back and watch it again. Monty, that's it. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. That's always good stuff as we move to the top of the fifth inning here. With the Quakers on top on the road, 4-2. And the first pitch by Bruno is a strike.
This also answered our question if Baker was staying in at DH.
And he does.
Monty the Color Man.
Yeah,
That's all they classify him as, though. He doesn't have a last name.
Monty. That was good. Old Steve Connor giving me a text there. Good stuff. Well, at least they know somebody's listening, right? So Aiden Baker, the DH, 0 for 1. He grounded out and walked. The 0-2 pitch fouled back to the screen, actually over the screen. So Colin Bruno came in last inning with 1 out, relieving Ethan Kelliker, who had struck out 4. Bruno's ball in the dirt there for ball number 1.
We've gone from overcast to the sun beaming down, so anything hit to the left side might get interesting.
Yeah, you were in shade a minute ago. You're not anymore. Foul ball there by Baker up the first baseline.
Quick hands in the first base coach's box.
Yeah. So the 1-2 from Colin Bruno to Aiden Baker. Low and in the dirt. Even count 2-2. Only a couple more opportunities for the Tornadoes. Errors have killed them here, and we talked to head coach Jeff Fondrest in the dugout. And strike number 3, Bruno gets the first strikeout of the afternoon for himself and 5th for the Tornadoes. But we talked, to the head coach Jeff Fondrest in the Commercial and Savings Bank in the dugout interview, and he said, look, timely hitting, and we got to play error-free baseball. Well, it's been anything but that so far for the Tornadoes, as ball hit right to the second baseman. A nice play right there by Leggett to record the out to Jonah Marks, and Brant Wells goes down with the ground out. He's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. So Max Steele, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just going to give you an update.
Let's do it.
Just down from Dover City Park, Dover Lady Tornadoes lead the new Philadelphia Lady Quakers 4-1 in the 6th inning.
All right. So Max Steele at the plate, the left fielder, the sophomore, 1 for 2 with an infield single, a ground out, and a steal in a crazy second inning. That was the second inning.
We're still not entirely sure how that all happened.
That's why we're going to have to go back and watch it. The 1-1 pitch from Bruno to Max Steele. 2 down. Little off speed there is fouled back over the heads of the bleachers here at Dover City Park. Again, Dover getting the turf a couple of years ago. Second year on turf. And I believe, according to the new OHSAA rules, the girls will have to get turf before the end of next year. So, and the second strikeout for Bruno retires the side. So Max Steele with the strikeout, and the Tornadoes will come to the bottom of the 5th, trailing 4-2. Back on Big Z Sports right after this.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
I'm Dr. Kail At Advancing Athletics, our Fuel, Move, Recover philosophy can help anyone be their best. Here's what thriving looks like.
I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete.
From high school to aging well, no one will take care of you and your kids better than us.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Ethan Kelliker will come to the plate as he will bat for himself.
Pitcher turned shortstop.
Yeah, the pitcher turned shortstop. As we move to the bottom of the fifth inning, and
that's just going to stay down there.
Well, I mean, you got, but all right. Owen Courtney on the mound, and he fires the first pitch, and Kelliker offers.
The wind has picked up a little.
Strike one. Yeah, somebody's roster just got blown to the fence. I mean, I've only had tape sitting out for the last 2 hours that you could have used. I'm just saying.
You offer too many easy solutions anyway.
And then a shot there. Kelliker hits it right to his counterpart, the shortstop, in Audie, and he makes the play. So Audie doing a solid job over there at the shortstop position. He had he was on the base pass and picked up the two-base error there on the throw, and then he also scored. So
shortstop is not a position I see a lot of freshmen play and play confidently, and Audie has delivered beautiful throws across the diamond.
Yes, he has, as Courtney fires an off-speed pitch in there for a ball. Hunter Edwards, the catcher, hit by a pitch, stole and scored in the first inning, and hit into a fielder's choice in his last at bat.
Edwards was frozen on that off speed. It went high, though, but he lucked out of the zone.
Yeah. The 2-0 from Courtney. A little chin music there. Brushing it off is Edwards. So needy base runner here for the Tornadoes. If you're a Tornadoes fan, and if you're a Quaker fan, you need that pitch from Owen Courtney. So 3-1 the count, one down here in the bottom of the fifth inning. 4-2 Quakers in front. Again, coverage brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital. And Hunter Edwards will take the walk.
It's good patience for the catcher for Dover there. You know, you're down by 2. We're getting a little bit later on in the game. You need base runners here. And now you've actually got the tying run up at the plate. So don't bite at anything on a 3-1 unless it's absolutely perfect. You made the right choice.
Well, and you've got arguably your best hitter at the plate in Ben Ham. 1 for 1 with an RBI. He singled and stole a base. He also walked, as he'll take ball number 1 to get this at-bat started, his first at-bat against Owen Courtney, who came on in relief after the walk to lead off the fourth inning for Sam Rufinol. And fouled back to even the count at 1. I mean, it's, you just got to be honest, it's dangerous to drive through this park on any given day during the week.
Well,
it just is.
Well, I'd much rather be in the car than walking.
Yes. Off-speed pitch away and in the dirt for Courtney.
Both these catchers have done a great job behind the plate, whether it's Edwards or Bolin blocking.
Yep. Outstanding job. So the 2-1 from Courtney to Ben Ham. Ham's going to get a piece of it. I think that ball got a piece of Bolin as well.
Yeah, the unfortunate part about the shin savers and knee protectors in baseball, they do a great job of protecting if that's where the ball is going to go. But when they hit the upper leg, you can't help that one.
Or when it wraps around and hits you in the back of the leg, you can't do nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
Courtney will fire off speed on the outside part of the plate. Just missed.
I like that pitch choice, though, from Courtney. Try to get that low and away, because if Ham's going to make any contact on that, it's not going anywhere. But great eyes for the senior.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere but up the first baseline. Full count. Courtney to Ben Ham. The payoff pitch. Ham knocks it to third. They'll throw down to second, and the fielder's choice will leave Ben Ham at first base.
There's good, patient fielding over there at third for the Quakers with Blake, delivering it on. And now we're going to get...
What happened here?
I think they're going to call base runner interference. They're going to say that the base runner interfered with the throw on to first, so they're going to call him out.
So they're saying Edwards interfered going into second base.
That's exactly what they're saying.
And I don't think they were going to get Ben Ham at first anyway. So that's going to retire the side as the Tornadoes go down in order. Well, kind of. But they still they still trail 4-2 here from Dover City Park as we move to the top of the sixth.
Do you have a low-slope roof that is leaking and causing problems? WM Commercial Roofing believes that finding an efficient, affordable solution shouldn't be a gamble. With over a decade of experience in the commercial roofing industry, we have the perfect solution for your low-slope roofing, whether it's for service or full replacement. WM Commercial Roofing you can trust. Check us out at wmcommercialroofing.com or call 330-275-0088. That's 330-275-0088.
Country Club Rehabilitation Campus is a full continuum care facility located in Dover, Ohio. Their campus offers independent and assisted living apartments and suites, skilled nursing, 7 days a week rehabilitation, respiratory care, and long-term care. The Country Club campus provides excellent personalized treatment plans that meet or exceed their residents' outcomes and goals. If you are looking for a place to call home or just need short-term assistance, contact Country Club Rehabilitation Campus at Dover, 330-343-5568.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Chris Kail, Nick McWilliams here with you as we move to the top of the sixth. And an interesting call, Nick, and the explanation we got was what?
I'm going to have to go back and watch this on our replay on the YouTube channel. But
there's a few plays.
The only time that is ever called with the base runner interfering with the play as Caden Stewart's up to bat is, a clear case where maybe a leg or an arm or something gets either in the throwing lane for the defender, either gets in the throwing lane of the defender or contact is made.
Yeah.
I really only saw Edwards slide straight at the bag. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either. As Keaton Fossil will step to the plate.
Oh, I missed that.
As he enters the ball game here he's going to hit for Baker, correct? As the throw over there as Keaton Fossil will ground out.
No, he would not be.
To Kelliker.
He was hitting in the spot for Caden Stewart, the center
fielder.
Or
Caden Stewart, sorry.
Grounds on to shortstop.
Yep, so Fossil 0 for 1 on the afternoon. So Audie will bat in the 9 hole. He is 1 for 2 with a single to left, and he scored his first varsity hit. He also scored on that 2-base throwing error that chased Kelliker from the mound. And Audie now will step in against Colin Bruno.
Not going to harp on the subject, but for Dover, too, that's kind of a deflating way to have an inning end again.
Oh, you think? Right to the shortstop, Kelliker. He's going to make the easy throw over to Marks and retire Audie. So both teams, let's just be honest, have had plenty of chances in this baseball game. But, a lot of times mistakes are where it's at. And again, not to harp on it either, but when we talked to head coach Jeff Fonders, he said timely hitting, and we got to play error-free baseball. And that hasn't happened for the Dover Tornadoes, and that's why they're trailing 4-2 here in the top of the 6th.
Again, by my count, only 2 errors for the Crimson Tornadoes, and that's really not by any means a bad mark for New Philadelphia errorless baseballs thus far.
But the 2 errors really cost you.
Timing.
Yep. So the 0-1 from Bruno to Carson Long, who's up again. The top of the order. He's going to slap it to the third baseman, and the long throw from Ben Ham couldn't be scooped by Marks at first, and now Long is going to be down at second base. I mean, what's your call on that one? I think if he's able to scoop it, he's out. So I would say that's a throwing error.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what you were asking.
Yeah, I'm asking you, throwing error on Ham, correct?
Yes, it would be. Across the diamond throws are always something that's difficult to make, but for Ham there, leaving it a little bit short, it's a difficult job for the first baseman to have to pluck that one up.
Oh, it is, especially off a turf, and I mean, it just it's dry right now, and it's going to scoot off of that turf like a rocket, right? And if you can't get the glove under there and get it just right at the right angle, it's going to get away from you, and it did. So Bruno will bring the 0-1 pitch to Noah Bolin. Bolin been plunked twice. He's got 2 steals, and he fouled out.
He had a moonshot to the left side foul. I mean, bringing rain over on the left side that he.
So all in all, he's 0 for 1.
Yeah.
And he'll hit another one, but he's going to sky this one down the right side and out of play over in the parking lot.
Somehow not a car.
Yeah, I mean, I love coming to Dover Park, but I don't do it whenever the kids are playing baseball because you're going to get you're just taking the odds, man. I've seen too many baseballs through sunroofs and everything else in this park. Jeez. Bruno's 0-2. Go ahead, sorry.
Don't let us fool you. It's a great place to take in a game, though.
Oh, absolutely it is. Oh, it's wonderful. Just park over at Park School and walk over. Well, Park School's right over there, right? Just walk over.
I'm also realizing how close I parked to the new Philly-Dover softball game going on, so we'll see if I got out unscathed.
I'm all the way down there.
Oh, I saw where you were when I pulled in.
I'm the first spot by the men's league field down there. So the 1-2 is fouled off again by Bolin.
You're mentioning the error-free baseball, mistake-free baseball thus far for Dover. I mean, they are still in this game. It's only a 2-run deficit, and the fact
you're just running out of time.
Exactly.
You got 2 at-bats left, and you got to get something cooking. And I'll tell you what, right now when you look at Owen Courtney, he's got good stuff right now on the mound in relief, and you got to figure something out.
It's always a scary thing when you get time called while your pitcher's going through the windup.
Yeah,
it's a smart decision for Courtney for Bruno to continue to throw because that's where injuries happen if you don't. And what a glove at short.
Yeah, what a nice play. But the problem was Ben Ham dove for the baseball as well, and there was nobody at third that could have got the pickoff. But a great stab over there. By Kelliker, who moved to the shortstop position after he got chased off the mound. He just had nobody at third, and wasn't going to make the throw over to get Bolin. So Bolin with the single.
And again, for the Quakers, there've been a couple hits for them so far in this one that they have just found the right spot, and that's another one of those situations. Neither Ham nor Kelliker made the wrong decision in that situation.
So Blake, the third baseman, steps in again, and he's going to mash it down the right side. It is going to be out of play and foul. So Gavin Blake, 1 for 1 with an RBI single. He has a sacrifice fly, a walk, and he scored a run for the junior. I think I got all that right. Am I right?
As far as I know, sorry, I was marking something.
No, you're good.
Fly out, walk, single, RBI. There you go.
Yeah, sac fly.
Sack fly would have been Maddox Brown.
Blake had one as well because he advanced a runner first inning.
Oh boy.
And he mooned that one, and it's going to hit the gap between center field and right field.
Nice
and
throw.
And he's going to be in with the stand-up double. and 2 RBI. Gavin Blake, 2 for 2, 3 RBIs. The double and a single.
I would also
not to mention the sac fly, the walk, and the run.
I would also like to point out that technically speaking, going through our scorebooks here, that's the first extra base hit of the game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's a good point.
That wasn't accomplished off of error.
No, right. So Carson Long scores and Noah Bolin scores on the stand-up double from Gavin Blake, and now that brings Maddox Brown to the plate. Brown will rip it up the left field line and foul. 6-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning for the New Philadelphia Quakers. Quakers got 2 in the first. The Tornadoes come back and tie it with 2. And then the Quakers get a 2 spot on a couple of errors in, what was that, the 4th? Where they got the other 2 runs?
Would have been.
No, it was the 3rd.
Would have been the 4th.
It was the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And now with 2 more here in the 6th.
Well, credit for New Philadelphia, taking advantage of the situations you're in. I mean, your opponent can make all the mistakes that they want, but until you take advantage of them, they're not going to matter.
Nice play there by Kelliker to record the out, and that's 3 as Maddox Brown goes down. He's 0 for 3 on the afternoon now. So Colin Bruno gives up 2 here, and the Quakers lead 6-2. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Tornadoes coming up to the plate after this on Big Z Sports.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. Chris Kail, Nick McWilliams here with you. Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications of high school baseball coverage here on this beautiful Friday evening in Dover. And, we said Bruno gave up 2 runs. Actually, one of them was unearned because Carson Long reached on an error. So he only gave up 1 earned run. But nonetheless, the Quakers plate 2, and they lead 6-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
It's always a difficult thing for pitchers to absorb those unearned runs. I mean, you're seeing the run come across and you're seeing yourself down on the scoreboard, but it's up to the Tornadoes' offense and their defense behind their pitcher to pick it up from here. And still a couple innings to go. Still not out of this game technically.
No, they're absolutely not. But you gotta do something here. And Jonah Mark's going to come to the plate, and he's got a strikeout. I missed his second at bat somehow or another.
Would have been a strikeout and a ground out to second in the 3rd.
Thank you very much. So Mark's in the 6th hole. Here to start things off. Off-speed pitch, and he's going to get a little bloop fly down the right field line and going to be recorded by Maddox Brown. A nice play down there to chase that one into the foul ground and record the out for Marks, who moves to 0-3 on the afternoon. So Cade McGarry is 1 for 1. He walked and singled for the DH. I'm going to need something out of him here. Tornadoes with only a few outs remaining, 5 to be exact, if they want to get back into this one. So McGarry will take the first pitch strike from Owen Courtney.
He's a .250 hitter coming into this game, obviously boosting that a little bit, but his on-base percentage, Chris, he was at .400 before this, so great eyes, and you need base runners for the Tornadoes, so good guy to have up at the plate.
Yeah, absolutely. Courtney's had really good stuff on the mound as he fires that one past McGarry.
I said the righty-lefty thing, the switch for Dover, having to get used to that, but on top of that, there was an entirely, not only from the different side, but the way that they deliver the ball is entirely different too.
Courtney to the plate, just outside. 2-2 the count on Connor McGarry. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. It is a tough change, though.
You had Rufnall, who was a little bit more deliberate, slow with his movement, and Courtney is a little bit more of the whipper.
Courtney fires and punched him out. Strikeout number 2 for Owen Courtney.
That's a tough one for McGarry. There's where Courtney caught the zone is, that's as low as you can put it and still catch the zone.
Yeah, it absolutely is. So coming to the plate now is Gruhl. He struck out and had a sacrifice bunt earlier in the ball game. Going to need a little 2-out lightning here from the double deuce at the plate for the Tornadoes. Bottom of the 6th inning, trailing by 4.
Gruhl through this was 1 for 11 on his plate appearances.
And Leggett in the on-deck circle. The left fielder 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk. So Mason Gruhl at the plate. Owen Courtney on the mound, the 1-2 pitch. And Gruhl gets a shot down the right field line, but right at the right fielder, Carson Long, who retires the side. We move to the top of the 7th inning. 6-2, Quakers in front. Back on Big Z Sports right after this from the PAC Drilling Mobile Studios.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Chris Kail, Nick McWilliams back here with you. The New Philadelphia Quakers lead 6-2 here at the top of the 7th inning. And Cullen Bruno on the mound for the Tornadoes in relief of Ethan Kelliker, who moved over to the shortstop position. And we'll see if the Quakers bats will stay hot, as coming to the plate will be Aiden Baker. Baker, the DH, 0 for 2 with a ground out and a walk here this afternoon. A couple of ground outs, I believe, and a walk.
1 ground out, 1 walk, and a strikeout.
Okay, they did have the K?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Really good ball game, though, here. It's just so nice to be outside, really. It could not be a more perfect evening right now than to just be sitting outside and watching a baseball game.
Well, what I've really looked forward to with this matchup, this is the first time Dover and New Philly have met each other on the baseball diamond this year, and given what we've seen from this, next time these two sides clash, I know one of the things that Dover's going to be focusing on is cleaning up those errors. Obviously, they want to make a run here late in this ball game against New Philly, but that's going to be MO number 1, so this might be an entirely different Tornadoes team when we see them later on.
And a first pitch swinging is Aiden Baker, the DH. And also Noah Boland doesn't want to get hit 2 more times either.
Also, mind you, this is a Dover team that's 7-1.
Yes.
They've been playing some good baseball.
Oh, yeah, they have. Bruno's offering a little off speed, and it's a mash to center field. But under it is Caden Shy, and he records the out. So Baker 0 for 3 with a ground out, a strikeout, a fly out, and a walk. So now heading to the plate is Brant Wells, the senior. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs, a walk, and an RBI.
For Baker there, just got under it. Didn't quite get it on the line like they would have liked him to.
And back to, like we said about the beautiful evening, right? If I had a hot dog with some stadium mustard on it right now and, something cold to drink, it would be absolutely perft.
No,
it'd be America.
No, because what we would be hearing with you doing the broadcast is line shot to shortstop. And
Kelliker records out number 2. As he gets Brant Wells to ground out. And Brant Wells now 0 for 3 on the afternoon with 3 ground outs.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know
it would be perfect, but
it's just What a nice day.
I did notice also over there in the bullpen for New Philadelphia warming up looked to be Caden Stewart.
Maybe a little closer action coming, right?
Stewart was playing center field, was subbed out for Keaton Fossil.
A little bunt by Max Steele, and he's going to get in there. A nice bunt single. How about you, Max Steele? 2 for 4 in the afternoon.
That's it's one of those situations there, Chris, where you might say, well, they're up 6-2. Why are you bunting the ball? But clearly they saw something with Ham where he was playing at third. You can never have enough runs.
And if you want to say it this way, that's his second infield single.
It is. It is. Stewart's back up after Fossil pinch hit last time.
Yeah, Caden Stewart back in the game. And Colin Bruno with a pair of strikeouts will deliver here in the top of the second inning, and he'll deliver high. 2 down, 6-2 Quakers in front, 3 outs left for the Tornadoes to kind of muster something up here at home.
I know that Steele's got some wheels, but boy, that lead he just got out for first.
Yeah. They throw over real close over there. Did we get a final on the softball game? Because my niece came over and gave me a hug, and she didn't look very happy.
It's almost like Bruno heard me when I said that, by the way.
Yeah.
One moment.
See if we can get you a final on the Dover Philly softball game. I'm taking it. The Tornadoes got the win. And swing and a miss, and another stolen base from. Oh, they did get Max Steele. I'm telling you, I think he was in there that time, but a nice throw by Hunter Edwards at the plate to pick off Max Steele on the steal attempt. And that's going to retire the side. Tornadoes need some lightning and some thunder here in Dover City Park if they're going to come back and beat the Quakers in this one. Back on Big Z Sports right after this.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kail, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Kail Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kail, built on trust since 1911.
All right, looking around here at Dover City Park, I don't see many clouds around, so I don't think we're going to get any tornado warnings, but the Tornadoes need something to happen here if they're going to pick up the win and come back on the New Philadelphia Quakers. Quakers looking to close this one out with freshman Owen Courtney on the mound doing a whale of a job. He only had 5 in a third innings pitch coming into this one. He took over at the start of the fourth after the leadoff walk, and he has been money ever since, keeping the Tornadoes batter shut down.
Well, Coach Weissel said about how much Courtney had been kind of growing. The freshman's doing a great job. As one quick update, the Dover Lady Tornadoes beat the New Philadelphia Lady Quakers 4-1. Tonight, just down from us. In the bottom of the sixth, Dover scored all 4 of their runs to pick up the victory.
And Jenna Malk in the circle, right?
All 7 innings, striking out 6.
All right. Well, congratulations to the Lady Tornadoes for getting the win. I know that my niece isn't very happy, but that's okay. There'll be brighter days.
There will be brighter days, and you always get a chance to bounce back the next time up.
Yep. Only a couple weeks in, we will have that game. And it'll be nice to call in 2 weeks from tonight up on the hill at Tuscarora Park. We will have that Dover-Philly rematch softball game.
That's a great place to call a game, too.
Yeah, I love calling a game up there. Except when it's cold and it's windy, it stinks. It's kind of like being out at Garraway. I don't like being out at Garraway games when it's cold and windy in the spring. So 1-2 the count.
Imagine that the
Courtney.
Imagine that the firefighter doesn't like being cold.
James Leggett at the plate. He is 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk for the Tornadoes. Off-speed pitch hit him. So Leggett's going to move on the hit by pitch. I don't think he really tried to there. Third hit batter by Quaker pitching.
For Liggett's sake, they're kind of looking into his dugout, trying to pump up his team. You know, he did not move an inch. So I mean, they always say if you need base runners, just wear it. Don't you dare move, just wear it. So Liggett holding true to that.
Back to the top of the order, Caden Shy, the center fielder, at the plate, and he'll get the first offering on the outside from Courtney. So maybe you get the freshman on the mound in a little bit of trouble here. Courtney will fire, and strike number 1. So 1-1 the count
It's a tough in-between spot there for Shy. It's high at the letters. And again, we said for Courtney catching as low as he could in the zone, he caught about as high as he could there in the zone.
Shy, the center fielder, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Ball's a little low and away. 2-1 the count. Bottom of the 7th inning, New Philadelphia 6, Dover 2. Dover City Park, Chris Kail, Nick McWilliams with you here. Lydia, Brady, Natalie, Holbrook, and Greg Perkins of Claxon Communications. And Shy gets into this one. And a nice catch down there in left field is Max Steele to record the out. And just a little bit more to the foul pole. And that might have been an extra base hit there to get something going for the Tornadoes. But nonetheless, a nice play by Max Steele.
When this game started, the flagpole out in center was blowing to the left, so that ball might have carried a little bit differently if this was earlier on in the game, but no wind going on right now, so it hung up there long enough.
So 1 down. Nathan Leggett at the plate. He is 0 for 2 with a walk.
For Steele, that's kind of an awkward play because he's a lefty left fielder, so having to run and stretch his hand out there, that might have been a little bit of an awkward play, but he did a good job.
James Leggett on first as Nathan takes strike number 1. Strike number 2, sorry. So the 0-2 from Owen Courtney. Oh, my goodness.
Not sure.
Listen, I mean, you hear a good take from the dugout, but those close ones and you're down. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, the 1-2 pitch from Courtney.
Hair outside.
A fuzz. Two fuzz pitches right there from Courtney. Keeps Leggett alive at the plate. His brother down at first base with a nice lead. The 2-2 pitch.
Call those stone cold takes.
Yes. And he got into one, and he laced it to center field. It's going to get caught. I thought it was going to drop. But Steele records that one. And 2 down now. So Max Steele records both outs. I thought that one was going to get down in front of him, the way he was looking like he was running. And he recorded the out. So 2 down.
Sometimes the balls that are hit to you in the outfield that are basically straight on a line towards you are some of the more difficult ones to read, so there's probably spin coming off of that, and he just had to take the extra step to track it down. But good job again by Steele out there.
So Kelliker, the final hope for the Tornadoes with Leggett at first base, and Courtney fires strike number 1. Courtney's pitched a gem, and when you're sitting talking about our McInturf Realty Player of the Game coming up in our Keim post-game show, and there's a couple that you could call on for the New Philadelphia Quakers this afternoon, but this kid, this freshman on the mound, 2 freshmen for the New Philadelphia Quakers could be in that talk.
Yeah, it gives you a potential for things to come maybe for the Quakers, just a freshman, and he's been rolling so far.
The 0-2 pitch from Courtney is hit by Kelliker, fielded by Blake, and they throw over and record the out, and the New Philadelphia Quakers get the 6-2 to win here at Dover City Park over the Dover Tornadoes here this afternoon. So splitting the pair, the baseball team gets the win for the Quakers, and the Tornadoes softball team get the win for the ladies here at Dover City Park this afternoon. When we return to our Keim postgame show, we'll announce our McInturf Realty Player of the Game right after this on Big Z Sports.
Propane needs, you can count on us. We take pride in what we do and in serving you. TMK is the name you trust. All the way to TMK, service with a personal touch.
The The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
People are always asking, what is Cartoons? I hear that name on the radio all the time. Cartoons is a radio shop in New Philadelphia that specializes in tuning up your stereo system on anything you drive or ride. We tune up car tunes, truck tunes, boat tunes, motorcycle tunes, RV tunes, new and used vehicle tunes. We carry the best brands from Kenwood, Sony, Alpine, Pioneer, just to name a few. Cartoons also carries a full line of lighting accessories, backup camera systems, remote starts, or just need it installed? Give us a call. Cartoons on West High Avenue in New Philly. Be there.
We are Claymont High School students. Teenagers love a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a teen drinking party in their home will keep the kids out of trouble.
While their intentions are good, it's illegal, unsafe, and unhealthy for anyone under the age of 21 to drink alcohol.
Did you know parents who host lose the most?
Here are the facts. If you make alcohol available at teen parties, you can be prosecuted.
This message brought to you by Claymont High School students, Empower Tusk, and the Adams Board of Tuscarawas and Carroll Counties.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball, we've got you. With nearly 130 years in your backyard, Altman knows you and knows your community better than anyone. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Dover City Park. The New Philadelphia Quakers get the big 6-2 win on the road here to move to 7-2. Dover falls to 7-2, and I am with our McInturf Realty Player of the Game here on our Kind postgame show. And the junior Gavin Blake, man, what a game you had. You got things rolling there. 2 for 3, a double, a single, 3 RBIs, a walk, and a run scored.
Heck
man,
yeah.
Like we were talking about, nothing better than to come over here to Dover City Park and do that, right?
Honestly, first win as a varsity player against Dover, yeah.
Yeah, and nothing better than that. And you had a freshman on the mound tonight.
And a sophomore,
came in and did really well after Sam, got into a little bit of trouble and had the walk there in the top of the 4th inning.
Right, yeah.
And Owen just came in and really took control of the game.
Yeah, he's a stud for a freshman. He helps us a lot, yeah.
And talk about another freshman, the shortstop.
Kane Audie,
first game.
Right.
Audie gets the the start tonight.
Heck yeah.
Gets his first hit.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, good stuff. And then he has the presence of mind on the 2-base error to keep going and get the third. Right.
Yeah.
So talk to me about kind of what the mindset was coming in. You guys, it's been a rough go against Dover the last couple of years, like you had mentioned.
Right, yeah.
And kind of what was the mindset on the bus ride over?
We were pretty hyped. We knew we had to come back from Wednesday because we took a tough loss to West Holmes Wednesday. And Coach was like, you got 48 hours to show what you're really made of. And we did it. We came back and beat them. We came back strong.
So what was you seeing out of Kelliker on the mound, in the first couple plate appearances? Because you seemed locked in right from the rip.
Right, yeah. I'm pretty good buddies with Kelliker. So I was like, I know what he's got. And he's got a good fastball. He's got a good off speed. And I don't know. He's a solid pitcher, yeah.
Yeah, you're just seeing the ball well today.
Yeah. I thought I hit that first ball. I hit that first ball a little farther than I did. But
yeah. Well, and you very well could have had a dinger on that one, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that was close. It
yeah.
was. So, where do you guys go from here? You guys sitting right about mid-season mark, 7-2.
Right.
You like where you're sitting right now? Like how your club's playing?
I do. Yeah. I think we're going to go out and get a big win against Canton Central Catholic tomorrow.
All right.
I'm hyped about it.
Man, congratulations getting a big player of the game here.
Thank you.
And you got to go over there and see Nick and get your shirt and all that good stuff. Good luck, man. Congratulations on a great win.
Appreciate it.
All right. That is Gavin Blake, the big game tonight for the new Philadelphia Quakers. You can take that off and head over, brother. Good. Yep. All right, got it. All right, we're going to wrap up here from Dover City Park. Chris Kail, Nick McWilliams. Can't thank everybody enough. Of course, LB, Natalie, and I don't know where Perk went, but they were doing the camera stuff while he's out there tearing stuff down. As the new Philadelphia Quakers get the big 6-2 win here at Dover City Park. Our next game is on Monday, a doubleheader in girls softball. The Claymont Lady Mustangs travel to the Hill in Sugar Creek to take on the Garaway Pirates, and New Cumberstown out at Conotton Valley. For Chris Kail, Nick McWilliams, and everybody here for the Claxon Communications crew, appreciate you guys listening and watching this afternoon. The new Philadelphia Quakers 6-2 win. Our McInturf Realty Player of the Game, junior Gavin Blake from the Quakers. We'll be back on Big Z Sports. We'll see you at the next stop on Monday.
Thanks for listening to Big Z Sports. Tonight's game was presented by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Altman Hospital, Wood Electric, Advancing Athletics, PAC Drilling, the Commercial and Savings Banks, W&M Commercial Roofing, Country Club Retirement Campus, Kent State Tuscarawas, and McInturf Realty. Follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. For the best coverage of high school sports, there is only one Big Z Sports.